Chosen one. This money is from God. The flow is supernatural. This moment marks the unveiling of a divine truth that's been hidden in plain sight. The resources you've been waiting for. The supernatural provision you've sensed in your spirit. The money that is coming. It's not just from a transaction, a job, a person, or a random opportunity. Number. This money is from God. This is not a man-made supply. This isn't something you had to force or chase. It is part of a holy, untraceable flow that defies logic, bypasses natural systems, and responds to something deeper than effort. Something sacred inside you that has been calling for release. God Himself has decided that it is time for you to experience wealth that cannot be explained away. A flow so supernatural that even you will be in awe of how it appears, how fast it comes, and how undeniable it is. Watch this video until the end. Watch with your full heart, because this moment is sacred. And in the comments, write your warmest wishes and write Amen. This is not just about engagement, it's about alignment. It's a sacred activation. Your wishes are not empty. They carry energy, intention, and heavenly weight. When you type them, you're energizing the atmosphere for the very things your spirit has whispered about in silence. They are being heard. They are moving through the unseen dimensions. They are already attracting the supernatural provision that has your name etched into its release. Now, chosen one, press the hype button and like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. This money is not ordinary. It did not come from hustle alone. It's not just the product of human ambition or worldly strategy. It has a scent to it, a glow, a divine fingerprint. It is money that responds to timing. Money that was hidden in the folds of God's calendar. Money that is now breaking free because the hour has arrived for the chosen ones to rise in visible abundance. You didn't miss the window. You didn't fall behind. In fact, you were preserved, held, hidden, carried, until the exact moment when the supernatural would make the natural obey. That moment is unfolding right now. You must understand this. There is a flow that God has kept you aligned with even when it looked like nothing was happening. That flow was supernatural. It didn't operate on deadlines, bank statements, or forecasts. It moved through obedience, stillness, patience, and alignment. And because you did not abandon the divine rhythm, because you didn't stop believing when it seemed ridiculous to hope, He is now rewarding you with a flood. A supernatural flow of money, opportunity, provision, and wealth that was always yours, but now has been activated for your now season. Some people chase what they think they need, not realizing that what is assigned to them is chasing them. Chosen one, this money is assigned to you. It's not random. It's not based on who approves of you. It is divinely ordained. You are the container, and heaven has already poured. You are the vessel, and the oil has already started to run. You are the address, and the deposit is en route. God's decision to bless you financially has already been made, and now that decision is becoming visible. Supernaturally, instantly, irrefutably. Many people think that supernatural money is just a fantasy, something reserved for myth or miracle stories. But what they fail to realize is that when you are chosen, when God's hand is on your life, your provision follows a different protocol. It's not about credentials. It's not about logic. It's not even about connections. It's about calling. And the moment your calling collides with divine timing, money that was delayed is suddenly released. Funding that was held back is unleashed. Resources that were blocked begin to break through every dam. You are not behind. You are being flooded in perfect timing. This flow doesn't begin with money. It begins with faith, with a decision you made when no one was watching, when you chose to trust God even though there was no evidence that anything was about to change, when you believed in supernatural supply even when your natural reality was screaming lack. That decision was not forgotten. That faith was recorded. That posture opened a realm where heaven began setting everything in motion, quietly, invisibly, yet powerfully. And now, what was moving underground is bursting above the surface. God is not limited to one channel. He doesn't require the approval of institutions to transfer His blessings. If He has to create a new system just for you, He will. If He has to speak to a stranger on your behalf, He will. If He has to bypass time and space and cause a miracle to locate your name, He will. You are not in the way. You are the way that God has chosen to demonstrate His glory in this generation. And this money, this supernatural flow, is a confirmation that He is not only with you, He is funding you. You've felt the shift. You've sensed the difference in the atmosphere. That's not imagination. That's divine alignment. God has already spoken over your life. He has already declared your harvest season. He has already ordered supernatural wealth to arrive not by works alone, but by favor, by divine grace, by the unseen orchestration of holy plans that were formed before you were even born. And when heaven releases wealth, there is no delay, no denial, no detour that can stop what's been assigned to the chosen. This is not just a moment of income. This is a moment of evidence. Evidence that God does not forget His promises. Evidence that obedience is never in vain. Evidence that you were not being ignored. You were being prepared. Every delay was divine. Every no was holy redirection. Every closed door was making way for a supernatural opening that would not just bless you, but everyone connected to your life's mission. This is about more than money. This is about confirmation, about authority, about divine legacy. And it starts with this supernatural release. This flow is untraceable in human terms, but undeniable in spiritual terms. You will not be able to explain how it happened, only that it did. People will ask, where did it come from? And your answer will not satisfy their need for logic. Because this isn't about logic, it's about favor, about divine wealth choosing you, about heaven deciding it's your turn. You may have expected a slow climb, but God has initiated a sudden rise, an instant download of what was promised, a holy acceleration that money obeys. Chosen one, you are being funded from realms unseen, from portals that open only at appointed times, from promises that were whispered over you long before the evidence ever showed up. The reason the breakthrough feels supernatural is because it is. This is not just money, it's confirmation. You're walking into deposits that have your spiritual signature written on them, into vaults that only your frequency could unlock, into realms where money follows purpose and provision bows to promise. And the shift didn't start today. It started the moment God marked you, the moment your identity aligned with destiny. The moment heaven said, "This one is mine." From that moment on, your life began moving in rhythm with supernatural provision. It may have looked like delay, but it was divine protection. It may have looked like lack, but it was storage. And know that which was stored is being released. That which was hidden is being revealed. That which was waiting is now moving. You are not just receiving a payment. You are stepping into a prophetic flow, a holy current of abundance that will sustain you, build you, and position you. This is money with a mission, wealth with a purpose. It's not here to decorate you, it's here to activate you. God has decided to use you as a demonstration of what it looks like when the supernatural invades the financial, when the divine speaks louder than the debt, when purpose overrides the pressure, when heaven's economy outshines earth's limitation. You were not called to scrape by. You were not created to beg for support. You were formed for overflow, designed for divine supply, built for abundance that carries the fragrance of heaven. And now, that fragrance is filling your atmosphere. The weight of divine provision is already in your space. The air is shifting. The current is rising. The miracle is manifesting. And it's all flowing from the one who called you, God. There are forces moving on your behalf that you cannot see, but they know your name. The heavens are not confused about your identity. The divine accounts are not mistaken about who this supernatural release belongs to. It's you. You, the one who endured the silence. You, the one who stayed when walking away seemed easier. You, the one who didn't curse the drought, but prayed through it. That kind of faith has been recorded in realms higher than this earth can touch. And now, that same faith is calling in what was reserved for you from the beginning. You must understand that this is not a payment for pain. It is an inheritance. This is not compensation for suffering. It is the manifestation of destiny. What God is releasing over you now was never meant to be a result of human calculation. It was always meant to come from the unseen, the divine, the holy storehouses that open only when time, obedience, and heaven's will collide. That moment has arrived, and that's why it feels surreal. It's why doors are opening without knocking. It's why favor is locating you without explanation. Because when God funds you, no one can block it. This isn't a windfall, it's a witness. A witness to the reality that what is divine cannot be stopped by what is natural. You have crossed into a realm where miracles become normal and wealth flows like a river, not because you manipulated the flow, but because you were the river. Chosen one, you are the channel. The current is not outside of you. It is running through you. The supernatural doesn't just touch your bank account. It transforms your atmosphere, your frequency, your calling. That's why this moment feels electric. That's why you've been sensing something building in the spirit. Because it is. You've been entrusted with this wealth not only because of who you are, but because of what you carry. There is a kingdom assignment connected to this provision. The reason the enemy tried so hard to convince you you'd always live in lack is because he knew what would happen once you stepped into supernatural overflow. He feared the ripple effect. He feared the chain reaction that would begin once one chosen soul broke the system and proved that divine supply is real. But he failed. You didn't bow. You didn't break. You held your ground, and now the supernatural has found you. Every delay was strategic. Every disappointment was part of the refinement. You were not denied. You were refined. And now, the version of you that is standing here has access to what the older version couldn't carry. This level of supernatural wealth is not just about numbers. It's about identity. You were molded for this, tempered for this, trusted with this. That's why the release feels sacred. It's not just about receiving, it's about becoming. Becoming the kind of vessel that can host divine abundance without corruption, without confusion, without fear. There are streams opening now that will not close. There are vaults unlocking that will never be sealed again. You're not entering and exiting favor. You're living in it. This is your new atmosphere, your new frequency. You're walking in a realm where God's supply does not depend on human reasoning, where money doesn't arrive by calculation, but by covenant. And your covenant has been activated. Your divine partnership is producing fruit. You are not waiting on provision. Provision is being released into your hands right now. Some people will wonder how you got here. They'll assume you found a shortcut. They'll suspect some secret formula. But you'll know the truth. It was never about shortcuts or secrets. It was about staying faithful when no one clapped. It was about moving in silence when everything inside you wanted to scream. It was about trusting God's voice when all you had was echoes. And that hidden faith is now producing open reward. A flow so supernatural that even your past will look confused standing next to your present. This money is not just for survival. It's for legacy. It's for launching movements. It's for building what has never been seen. It's for shaking systems that forgot who holds the true power. It's for blessing others with the same fire that carried you. And it's arriving not with struggle, but with grace. Not with confusion, but with clarity. Not with begging, but with divine backing. Chosen one, you are not being visited with a miracle. You are becoming the miracle. The supply is not coming to you. It's moving through you. You're not trying to qualify anymore. You've already been qualified. You're not striving to earn your place. You've been assigned your place. This money isn't just a blessing, it's a sign. A sign that the wait was worth it, that the dry seasons were not wasted, that every storm was prepping the soil for this harvest. And now, heaven is commanding the increase. God is sending what eyes have not seen, what ears have not heard. The flow is not coming. It has started. Feel the current. Sense the divine motion. It's wrapping around you like a mantle. It's not overwhelming. It's empowering. You were never meant to be overwhelmed by money. You were destined to steward it. And now, the resources are flowing not to change your status, but to match your identity. You've already been transformed. Now the world will witness the outward reflection of that inner reality. Heaven has released the signal, and the flow has begun. This money carries purpose. This flow has instruction. You'll know what to do with it. You won't be lost in confusion. God is not just sending the provision. He's sending the clarity, the vision, the discernment. You will not mishandle what heaven has released. You will not squander what was built in silence. You will walk with wisdom, speak with authority, and move in the supernatural like it's second nature, because now it is. Let this moment be a witness. Let the atmosphere carry this truth. God has moved. The flow has shifted. The abundance has begun. You were not forgotten. You were not forsaken. You were protected, preserved, and now you are being poured into. This is not temporary. It is eternal, not shallow. It is deep, not chaotic. It is ordered, and it is yours. What you are witnessing is not the start of a season. It is the opening of a realm. This isn't just a good moment. It's a divine dimension that you've been ushered into. You've crossed into the zone where supernatural provision is not a guest. It's a resident. You don't have to knock anymore. You've been given keys, and with those keys, you are unlocking a lineage of divine deposits that were stored, hidden, even delayed, until now. The realm you're walking in doesn't play by the rules of limitation. In this realm, one divine instruction opens doors that years of effort could not. In this realm, wealth flows not just by transaction, but by recognition. Heaven recognizing who you are, and wealth responding accordingly. You've entered that atmosphere. The atmosphere where God doesn't just bless you, He makes you a distribution center of miracles. The flow is not for you to hoard, it's for you to multiply. And you will. Because you are chosen. You are the one they didn't see coming. The one whose financial breakthrough is not just personal, but prophetic. You've stepped into a space where your increase is not only for your good, but for God's glory. You'll know the difference, because what's coming will not look like luck. It will feel like destiny. It will carry the unmistakable vibration of the divine. It will carry peace, it will carry boldness, and it will carry evidence. The kind of evidence that silences doubt and dissolves fear. Everything you've endured prepared your soul to handle this level of provision. Without the trials, the betrayal, the isolation, you wouldn't be able to recognize what's happening now for what it truly is. This is not a payment. It's not a reward. This is a release. A holy release of provision that has your name encrypted in its frequency. It couldn't fall into the wrong hands. It couldn't be rerouted. It couldn't be intercepted. Because God hid it in a realm where only faith could access it. And your faith has unlocked it. This is why the waiting hurt. Why the delays were painful. Because your spirit knew something big was coming. But your natural eyes couldn't find the evidence. You could feel the preparation, but not the breakthrough.